Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to do this video as I have waited since the very beginning of July when I pre-ordered this deck, and it finally arrived today. So let's get into it. Presenting the Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck. Now, this is the actual box that you get. This is all you get. Nothing, not a special box or a big fancy booklet. But it is a new themed Halloween deck, which I wanted for the start of October. Now, the production of this deck was started in May 2021. The pre-orders followed a month or two afterwards. Now, this deck is put out by Scorpio, and the talented artists are Giuliano, Costa, and Rachel Paul. It is a regular standard card size. This is a deck of 78, the regular standard number of tarot cards. Now, the shuffleability gets an A+ from me for this deck, if that's even a word, shuffleability. Very easy to shuffle, cutting the cards very nice. And the actual cardstock here is pretty standard, durable. It does have some type of coating on the cards, so just your pretty basic tarot card deck, except that it is Halloween themed. You can never have too many themed decks. So let's take a look at some of the major arcana cards that I pulled out, just a few of them. And I'll set that there. We've got the Tower, the Hierophant, the Fool, the World card, the Moon. I love how the dog and the wolf are skeletons. The Sun card. And look at the expression on the sun's face. Wow. The High Priestess. Justice. Temperance. I love what's going on between the cups there. The Chariot, Judgment, the Lovers, the Empress, the Wheel, and you can see there's just jack-o'-lanterns galore. The Devil card, isn't that an interesting one? The Hermit, with this skeleton encased in light. The Magician. And the last one here, the Emperor. So that was just a few of the major arcana cards, and I am going to pull one card for each star sign as to what the main Halloween message coming through. Let me just get them mixed in here really good. But one main Halloween message coming through from this jack-o'-lantern deck for each particular sign. Now I'm going to be going through the cards very quickly, and I will try to include timestamps for each sign. So let's see. First, starting with Aries. You received the Ace of Pentacles. And you know what? Let me bring this in. So as I'm going through them, you'll be able to see them pretty quick. Okay. All right, Aries. So Ace of Pentacles here. A new opportunity presents itself, Aries. This could be a new job, new finances, a new look, a whole new you. It's time to get down to business. and grow your empire. Next up is Taurus. Okay. You receive the Five of Wands. Fire is as destructive as it is creative, Taurus. The volcano is ready to blow, and though this spiritual battle may seem a bit draining, you can tap into your inner fire to bring you through. All right, next up is Gemini. And you received, Major Arcana card, the Hanged Man. Sometimes life presents us with limitations and situations that are trying and hindering. Our hands are tied, our feet are tied. The whole world is upside down as we struggle and try to shift and pull and push and eventually just release. And there are situations in this life that our ego, our conscious mind is unable to control. So it's time to let go, Gemini. You have more to gain and more enlightenment to earn by releasing yourself to the larger pattern at play in the universe. Allow your heart to shine bright, like the jack-o'-lantern on a cold night in this process. Follow the path of least resistance and search for wisdom, which is the ultimate victory. Next up is Cancer. Okay, Cancer. The King of Wands. Well, Cancer, you might be receiving a very important message this month from the King of Wands, who is a person who bears great spiritual fire that is unmistakable and unabashed. This is a Leo individual, the king of spiritual fire and the soul. And funny, but next up is Leo. Okay, what do we have for Leo? Wow. You received the Major Arcana card, Death. Now, Leo, this is in your weekly reading for the week of the 11th through the 17th, so you might want to check it out. But life is a cycle of constant change, death, and rebirth. New crops, new situations, new sunrises, springing from the old, the decay, and what is past. Develop a sense of peace with this eternal cycle and truth as you make your way through the rhythms of life, journeying along the constant wave of transition, death, and renewal. Now, some like to perceive this card as the end, but it is truly only the beginning. The world is a circle for good reason, and what is lost will be found again in the sunrise on the horizon. So embrace the change, Leo. Next up is Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? The Six of Wands. Suit up with your spiritual armor, Virgo. Mount your mighty steed and raise your wands high. Victory is yours in this battle of the soul. Next up is Libra. What do we have for Libra? And you receive the Seven of Swords, Libra. If it feels like you're carrying too much, take pains to lighten the load, lest you feel the sting of the blade. Proceed with caution. Next up is Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Major Arcana card, Strength. So Scorpio, what is true strength? Is it brute force or is it something more? Quiet your mind and straighten your back. Listen to what your heart tells you about what it means to be strong. Perhaps you need not be the lion roaring and raging all the time. Perhaps you need to be instead the one who soothes the rage and fury of youth, choosing instead to pursue wisdom, healing, and the creative energies of the goddess here. There is strength in quieting the mind to pursue the path of silence and peace. in the daunting yet silent struggle of the tree as she navigates the seasons. There is strength in grace and gentleness. A strength beyond measure is yours indeed, peacemaker. Find peace in your heart. Next up is Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? Okay. The King of Pentacles. You might be receiving a very important message this month from the King of Pentacles. Now, Sagittarius, the King of Pentacles is a person who recognizes, picks, and displays the best harvest, with riches and abundance to go around. He is the king of earthly endeavors and wealth. This is a Taurus individual that just might be financially coming your way. Next up is Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? You received the Ace of Cups. Follow your heart in this new endeavor of emotion, Capricorn. Listen to your intuition. Feel everything, all the feelings that are available to you at this time. Next up is Aquarius. You received the Queen of Cups. You might be receiving a very important message this month from the Queen of Cups, Aquarius. This is a person who carries and transports water to the areas where it is needed most, intuitively, so that none might thirst in the realms of emotion and feeling. She is the queen of love and intuition. This is the Cancer individual that might be coming your way, reminding you to follow your inner guiding voice in all matters. Next up is Pisces. And you received the Seven of Wands. Pisces, you are supported by the spirit of the jack-o'-lantern. Take your next step. You are always protected in your fight. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this special video for the release of the new Jack-o'-lantern tarot deck. I will be featuring this deck every day in my quick glance daily readings, and most likely using this deck for one of the weekly readings for this month of October. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. Love and abundance to all of you. Or should I say, trick or treat.